Hey everybody, we are live here at Rio Americano High School where parents are waiting for their children after a lockdown has ensued on campus. This Jesuit El Camino Fundamental High School and also El Deo Elementary School are on lockdown after someone's been allegedly apprehended is what we're now hearing on speakers. You can see some people just off in the distance here. We have police. They're still giving out an announcement over speakers. Very hard to hear from where I'm standing with some parents. But it looks like someone has been at least apprehended from what we can hear. They're going to be releasing students very soon. We have spoken to parents who are out here waiting for their children. You can see children are now coming out from buildings. And allowed to retrieve their belongings is what we've been hearing overhead. We have police here now look like they are putting their weapons back into their car and sheriff's vehicles. We have a helicopter overhead. Looks like the lockdown here is now officially over. It was called in after 12. I was speaking to parents across the street here, and they said that their children called them, telling them that they were on a lockdown. If you were listening to any of the media reports yesterday at Rio Americano High School, there was a massive protest for Black student rights. A vulgar message came out about the Black students here at the school, and Black students stood up for themselves and other students along with them yesterday. So a mother I spoke with says she has a Black student and she's not feeling safe. She says this is just exactly what they were talking about, is the safety at this school, and she's was speaking to me about just how scary this is right now. And other schools are also in the process of releasing students. At this point, I don't know the updates on those schools at this point, just what I can hear overhead speakers and children being released now, going to their families in their cars. All these parents just out here just waiting, just parked. We have kids here coming out, just a bunch of cars and a lot of parents waiting anxiously. Of course, it looks like there's been a good outcome here at Rio Americano High School, which is a great thing to be hearing at this point. So we're going to hear more, obviously, from police when we get more information on what exactly is going on, and that they took these threats very seriously. From what we hear and can't give complete information on is that there was a social media post that threatened other students, causing this full lockdown. So what we know so far is that there was a shelter in place, according to San Juan School District PIO, Trent Allen. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office confirms that they are at all these schools, as well as Jesuit, who's on lockdown. They're investigating some sort of school threat that was posted on social media, like I just mentioned, but they're also not very specific on what this threat is at this time. But we can say that it was along the lines of a school shooting, and that's what we're hearing from parents as well, from their students, from their children, that they were told to shelter in place. I could hear a mom telling me, get away from the windows, stay inside. I was listening to conversations with other parents who were here also parked outside talking to their students. So they are with faculty and staff members in classrooms. You could see as we were driving up, backpacks on school lawns. I saw what looked like a picnic. They could have been at lunch. I'm not sure of that exactly, but yeah, we did see some backpacks, some items on the grasses, on the lawns here that students had left to go inside. A woman I spoke to said her son's not in band, but he was near the building and they told him to shelter in place. He went into the band room and that's where he'd been hiding. So we have all these children coming out now. You can see everybody on their cell phones trying to get a hold of their parents. Of course, media here covering this event for everybody and everyone who has children at these schools. So this is what we're getting from Rio Americano High School at this point. The all clear given, if you're just joining us, all clear given for everyone on campus to grab their belongings and head out. So they're on a block schedule today is what I'm told from a mother who says, the schedule's been a little different today too, which is a little unnerving. because you don't know the extent of where they're exactly at for lunchtime, or was it earlier, or could that have affected where they were if there was a shooter on campus. So yeah, a little scary for a lot of people just dealing with this situation right now. Students walking out of class, everyone a little unnerved and unsettled, I'd say. Just watching people right now in kind of a tense feeling, a little bit uneasy, which is understandable, of course. I'm just going to give you some views of what we're looking at right now. Students very quiet. Students out here calling their parents. Just kind of gathered, taking the next steps. So of course we're gonna have more on this when more information becomes available. We saw the choppers overhead, and just what I could hear on the overhead speakers of them letting people out of class and letting them know they can grab their stuff. So yeah, we are live here at Rio Americano High School. Carly Gomez with ABC 10 will bring you more updates and live updates here on Facebook as well when we hear more information.